Good evening to those of you joining the broadcast. Just getting Instagram going here. Hello to all those coming in on Instagram. We are also streaming to YouTube this evening. So, this is the first live stream straight to YouTube. Okay. So, for anybody that is on the stream currently, I'll go ahead and get our topic up so that if you know of anyone that may be interested in our topic, you can go ahead and tag them in the comments. This is also a very good time to like, share, comment. Hello, Pure Billing. Hello, Thompson Rain. Thanks for coming on to the stream. This evening's topic is beating meal boredom. Okay. So we're going to get ready to jump right in. Thanks for those hearts. If you hit the hearts that are in the bottom right-hand corner, that will also help for more people to be alerted that we are streaming live right now so that we can have more persons come on to get this information. I am going to go ahead and get ready to jump in. Just taking a moment to share the broadcast so that we can reach more persons. Okay, and for those of you that may not be familiar with me, I am Dr. Felicia, physiotherapist and certified health coach. I have been a registered physiotherapist here in the Bahamas for 9 years, and I have been running a private practice called Adderley Physiotherapy for 5 years. Okay, so let's see, I hold several certifications. I am a certified lymphedema therapist. I'm also a certified kinesiotaping practitioner. And of course, I have several hours, days, weeks under my belt in several different areas from continuing education courses. I do have many interests. I will say that, of course, I'm also a certified health coach, and I've really been enjoying that work. The whole reason behind what I do is basically to help others to improve their health. Okay, so specifically, I help busy millennial women get off the hamster wheel of fad diets and create better eating and movement habits that they can make a daily effort with. Okay, for a lot of persons, consistency is the issue. Okay, so this evening's topic, beating meal boredom. Okay. Any information that we do discuss in this broadcast, it's not to be taken as medical advice. I don't know the specifics of anybody's case. So before you are going to make any changes to the way that you eat or the way that you move, your eating or your exercise regimen, then please do make sure that you either consult your primary care physician or that you are under the care of a licensed healthcare provider and that you do loop them in on the changes that you would like to make. Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about meal prepping and planning. Just a brief presentation this evening. I will not keep you too long. I know we're all, at least locally, for those of us that are local, we're all kind of hype about the royal visit. So we have the Duke and Duchess here, Kate and William are here. I keep making Harry and Meghan jokes. I've been making Harry and Meghan jokes all day. So we have them here in town. So it's been quite interesting to see so far the reaction, just of the country to them. So very interesting stuff. So if y'all are on like William and Kate watch, I will release you in short order to get back on it and see what they're up to. I did take a few minutes to watch their arrival and the little ceremony at the airport. So yeah, interesting stuff. It literally is history in the making. So I thought I'd take a little peep at it. So let's talk a little bit about meal prepping and planning. So these two go hand in hand to help you eat healthy consistently and be more organized and less stressed. So organization is really, really important to help and reduce stress. We had a talk last week about finding balance in an imbalanced world, right? The world is crazy right now. So even though we're looking at, everybody's conversation tends to revolve around these days. Uh, oh, when do you think we're going to come out of these masks? Coming out of the mask is one thing. I'm kind of like, when we coming out of this economic slump? That's what I would like to know. So we've still got some issues here, some worldwide issues, that's causing a lot of stress for people, between what's going on with education, what's going on in healthcare, what's going on in the economy. There's just a lot of things to consider. So if you could take something, some stress out of your life, out of your day, why not? Okay, let's try to keep things as simple as we can. And, let's give ourselves a break and give ourselves a helping hand. So what do these terms even mean? Let's take meal planning on first. So meal planning, it's the answer to the question, what's for dinner, for several days or weeks at a time. Okay, so again, it's that planning ahead what you're going to eat. And meal plans can get very detailed and very specific. They differ from recipe books in that the meal plan actually tells you what to eat and when. So it literally would outline, okay, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and tell you when to eat what. Okay. So it takes the guesswork out of it, because you know how it can be. It's like, oh God, what am I gonna eat today? And what tends to happen for a lot of people, a lot of people will either skip meals, okay, they won't eat at all, uh, and you have some other people again that will then end up kind of falling back on eating junk food or, food that is not the healthiest, right? And then of course that breaks down your health over time. So these things are of the utmost importance. Good evening, Betty. Thanks for joining the stream. So now let's tackle meal prepping. Meal prepping. Meal prepping was actually the topic on our social pages this week. So there's a few posts that are up if you wanted to kind of get a little bit more info on meal prepping. But it's the cutting, the slicing, the dicing, chopping, sauteing, mixing. It's the prep work to your ingredients. So that means meals either come together quickly or they're grab and go. Oh, someone says because they joined on YouTube. Okay, let's see. So yes, so it makes your meals grab and go. And I know we were having a chat about this one week, even for persons that may find themselves working from home, meal planning and meal prep can actually still be very useful because sometimes as entrepreneurs, when you kind of get into your work, you don't stop. You just keep going and it's like, oh my gosh, like you missed breakfast, you missed lunch, it's like it's 3 o'clock and you haven't eaten all day. And sometimes it's hard to feel like you're breaking your concentration to stop and get something to eat, and worse, to stop and have to figure out what you're going to eat. So if you take the time earlier in the week or maybe even over the weekend to do that preparation and that planning, then you can have some things kind of grab and go, and all you have to do is go to the fridge, pick out a container. If it's something that needs to be heated, you heat it up, you eat, and then you can get back on task. Okay. Let's see. Rain says that her go-to meals are fish and veggies, healthy food, right? Very good. Very good. If you want to, you can drop in there for us in the comments how you like to prepare that. All right, so meal planning and prepping can help to support you in your wellness journey and increase your success in meeting health goals. So again, it helps a person to stay on track. If you have goals that you want to meet with your health and wellness, it can help you to get there because you're less likely to fall prey to eating fast food, eating food that's not as healthy, picking up whatever is the nearest to you. It'll help and reduce your stress. People tend to go back to old behaviors or old habits in times of stress, right? They may pick up things that used to be a comfort to them in previous times, maybe something like smoking. It could even be something like just drinking caffeinated beverages or sugary beverages. People do things in times of stress. We all do. Okay. It's harder to stay on track when you're stressed, right? And this is a stressful time in history. Make no mistake about it. So, meal prepping takes the meal plan from concept to reality or from page to plate. All right. So maybe you don't have time to search the internet for recipes to plug into a meal plan. If you need help finding recipes, just feel free to DM or IM me and I can put together a recipe book for you. So if you need support in that way, just go ahead and reach out to me and we can have a chat about what your needs are and how I can best support you in these times. So, some great meals that I would suggest that are really good for meal prep, like they are really well refrigerated and just pulled down even like days later. Overnight oats, surprisingly, a really, really big hit with quite a few of the persons that have been in some of the challenges that we've been running this year. So definitely, let's see, we're finishing up the One Small Change challenge this week. It was a 21-day challenge. This one I think was a little bit more challenging than the previous challenge that we had back in January. This one, I know it was a lot of people were saying, hey, they were having trouble really, really staying consistent. But, they kind of got used to me like checking in with them every week, like, hey, what did you pick this week? That was going to be the small change that you were going to make towards better health habits. So surprisingly, it really was a challenge. Like, so don't sell it short. The challenges really do make you more aware of some of the things that you may be doing that are not the healthiest, making you more aware of really making that effort and how it really can be hard. So imagine trying to do it on your own. So we were in a group supporting each other, and we'll be wrapping up this weekend. And make sure that you stay tuned for what the next challenge is going to be. But these overnight oats, what's nice about the overnight oats are cheap. Okay, that's A. Oats are versatile. That's B. And what's nice about the oats, you can do like pretty much any type of fruit that you like. So you can mix it up. You don't have to get like bored and be like, okay, well, I'm just going to do strawberries and bananas. You could do blueberries. You could do blueberries and almonds if you like nuts, which are, of course, a great energy source, right? You can do peaches. I mean, it's like the possibilities are really and truly endless, right? And it's something that you can actually prepare. If you wanted to prepare it over the weekend, you could really do enough in a big container that could last you maybe like the first 3 days of the week, right? And it would still be perfectly, like, it wouldn't be spoiled or anything like that. Let's see. We have a comment here. Rain says that she does the salmon in a lemon sauce with onions and green peppers, mushroom, broccoli, and cauliflower. That sounds really, really nice. Okay. And I'm going to talk about that, I think, a little bit further down when I give you some meal prep tips. Okay. So some other good meals for meal prep are salads. They could be portioned up into different containers. And you could even use mason jars or, hey, I'm a person that likes to recycle. You could really just use jars that you save, recycle from something else, and you could just kind of sterilize out those jars and reuse those for your salads. Don't knock until you try it. And you can package up several salads, like for instance, again, over the weekend. I personally feel like the weekend is a good time to meal prep, but any day that you have extra time, is a good day. Whenever you have time to do it, it's a good time. And then you could go ahead and put them in jars. What's nice about putting the salads in jars, you could like always drizzle your nice light homemade dressing over that when you're ready to eat it and just shake it up and it would be nice and ready to go. So again, that's that grab and go factor, right? And much less like every night trying to feel like you have to pack lunch. Okay. So salads are another good and easy way or meal to meal prep. Soups are another good one. You could cook a big pot of soup. Most soups freeze very well. So you could always cook a nice big batch, divide it up into containers, either the containers that are like either plastic containers, or to tell you the truth, if you have like, the containers that when we buy like sauce or stew, those are really, really nice to go into the freezer and then just pull them down when you're ready for a quick grab and go lunch, right? Another great one, boxes and bowls. So some examples are like Buddha bowls. Hi, good hair, good body. Nice to have you on. Uh, Buddha bowls, fajita bowls. I'm not gonna lie, fajita bowls, the portobello mushroom fajita bowls. I posted it earlier this week as a reel. I can't get enough of the fajita bowls. Like, you will find often, like when you meal plan, you're gonna have certain meals that you're gonna gravitate towards that you will want to make over and over. For me, it's the fajita bowls. I love them. Sometimes I change up the type of rice that I use in the bowls, but it's usually rice, some type of rice, not a whole lot. Like maybe like 2-3 spoonfuls of rice, and then I would put my sautéed mushrooms, and of course I tend to tweak the recipes. Um, I think I'm pretty decent in the kitchen. So I will like start to make my own modifications. I will follow the recipe that one good time. And then after that, I am freestyling. So I would saute the mushrooms with onions and green pepper and red bell pepper. And I would add a little taco seasoning to give it that extra flavor or flair. And then I would put in my black beans, and also my other tweak was to put some pico de gallo in there. So I would mix up my pico de gallo and put that in there for some extra flavor. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's all I can say. And then it's nice, like you just kind of put everything in a bowl together. And let's say if I make the fajita bowls, let's say if I make the fajita bowls tonight, I would then, when I portion up one to eat at that time, I would portion up still like one or two more, depending on how many leftovers I have. So that's my grab and go. So that would be like the lunch for the next day, and maybe either lunch or dinner for the day after that. And it's already packaged up and ready to move, ready to eat. So if I'm working from home, then all I have to do is put it in the microwave and heat it up. If I am in office that day, then I just throw it in my lunch bag in the morning and take it out. Yeah, the fajita bowls are one of my like personal favorite recipes from the meal plan. Okay, so let's see, breakfast bowls with fruit. You can have fruit. They can have boiled eggs in them. You want to be somewhat mindful of like the amount of calories that you're taking in, depending on what your goal is. If your goal is weight loss, then you need to be kind of monitoring that. Uh, Not necessarily calorie counting, but you do need some sort of an awareness of how many calories you're taking in a day, as opposed to how much you're burning if you actually want to achieve weight loss. Smoothie bowls, that is another nice one. Okay. Smoothie bowls with like a base and then some fruit. Oh, there's just really some amazing recipes out there. That's a nice place to start. And then you could always, like I said, kind of ad lib. You want to be shooting for around 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. I always tell persons that are on the meal plan that they can really have as many fruits and vegetables as they like. So if they're feeling hungry, with the meal plan that's been prepared for them, I tell them, go ahead and add in some fruit. You're fine to do that, particularly if a person is not like diabetic or have any additional health issues or challenges where they have to be monitoring like their blood sugar level. So yeah, it's really, those are some really, really good options there that do well for meal prepping. And that's just a few. There are hundreds more, right? So be sure that you get with me if you're interested in finding out how you can get your hands on some of these recipes. All right, let me give you a few meal prep tips and then we're going to get ready to wrap it up. So, number one, you can use Ziploc bags and glass or plastic containers to store ingredients or meals. They don't have to be anything expensive or fancy. They've got some really, really nice ones available out there. But if you just want to they even have like the silicone bags or containers that are going to be reusable. But these bags are going to be good to put your chopped, diced, sliced fruits and veggies into. to keep them. It'll keep them for a couple of days. And then the plastic containers or glass containers you can use to package the actual meals into for your grab and go. And it's very, very handy. I told somebody the other week, one of my coaching clients, I told her, you don't have to have anything expensive. You could just literally use the containers from the dollar store. It's like 2 of them for $1. It's probably now $1.25 because the Dollar Tree went up. But that's still a really good price point. Snag a couple of containers and just get started. Remember that with most things in life, it's really just getting started that's important. It doesn't matter if you are starting with the top of the line. You don't have to. Just start. Number 2, your second tip this evening, you can freeze diced or sliced veggies like bell peppers to saute, for example, soups. You wouldn't want to freeze your veggies that you're going to put in like a salad, but to freeze your fruits is really nice to give your smoothies that nice consistency. Also, to freeze your veggies that are already diced, for example, it's really nice to do that because, if you leave them in the fridge after a couple of days, they will get like kind of soggy and sloppy, and you don't want to end up having to throw them away. So what you can do instead, go ahead and put them in the Ziploc bag, freeze them. When you're ready, they go from the freezer straight into the pot, saute them up, and you can't even tell the difference that they were frozen. So that's a really good money saving tip also, so that you don't end up like throwing out fresh veggies, right? Things are getting really expensive due to inflation, and in my personal and humble opinion, it's not a time for waste. Okay. So make use of everything that you have. Hey, let me know too if y'all want me to like give y'all tips on like money saving tips at the grocery store, or like how to easily grow your fruits and vegetables back from scraps. Because there's quite a few vegetables in particular that are very easy to regrow. Let me know. I just had me a little haul from the plant nursery, over the weekend, and I've been putting down some stuff this week. So it's kind of like time to get back into it because I paid $6 and some change for 2 red peppers at the grocery store, and I was like, nah. So hi, Black Success Life. Thanks for joining us. No, it's not a time to be wasteful. Someone here agrees with me. Not a time for that, okay? Inflation is like a beast right now. Okay, tip number 3. Weekends are an excellent time to prep for a part of or the entire week. For me, I feel like weekends are when I have like the most time to do that kind of thing. And through the week it can be a little bit more hectic. But sometimes if you can find like a midpoint in the week, like maybe on Wednesday, you might be able to do some prepping then. But the important thing about any health and wellness journey, anything that you're going to do as a part of your journey, is to do what works for you. So what works for me isn't necessarily what's going to work for you, and that is okay. All right. You just want to find the strategy that is right for you. And let's see, number 4, leftovers are your friends. Okay. So if you, let's say, meal prep on the weekend, again, you can meal prep and you can let's take the oats for our example, a big container of oats, and then you can use that for like 3 days. Or if you make a dish, you did your prepping on the weekend, but you put the dish together on, let's say, Monday night for dinner. That Monday night dinner easily can be Tuesday's lunch. Okay, so make sure that you're utilizing those leftovers so that you're not back at square one for every single meal. Okay, because we're trying to make this as painless as possible. Number 5, use the same ingredients over several different recipes to keep your grocery bill manageable. So if you're buying red peppers, use red peppers for like 2 or 3 of your recipes. If you're buying almond butter, then you can use almond butter for like several different recipes. Okay, you can use it as a snack with apple slices. You can use it in smoothies, okay, to help and kind of beef it up, add some flavor as well as some nutrients, right? So use your ingredients wisely, so that it's not like you're buying 10,000 different things for 2 weeks worth of meals or recipes. Recycle, especially since you may only be using a little bit of something. You don't want then to buy something, especially that's perishable or has a very short shelf life, and then you're not getting a chance to use it before it goes bad. As we have to be making sense, okay? All right. Number 6. This comes in with what someone was saying earlier in their comment. Use sheet pan or one pot meals. They are time savers and lifesavers. Okay, so you could roast your meat and your veggies on one cookie sheet. Okay, put your foil down, spray it down with some cooking spray. Do your meat on one side, do your veggies on the other, and make sure that you do enough for like 2 or 3 meals. Okay, so hey, you're saving gas, you're saving time, you're saving money. Okay. All of these are good things in this day. All right. So, those are my 6 points that I wanted to give you this evening. And I hope that this has helped you in some way. So, the time that you spend meal prepping, for example, on the weekend can save you time and money during the week ahead. So, that I would say is the take home point from this evening's broadcast. Excuse me. All right, y'all. Just a couple of quick announcements. Thank you so much for taking your time to stick with me during the broadcast here this evening. And for those of you that come and you show up every Thursday at 7 p.m., I do appreciate you so much. As for what we've got coming up on the timetable, we do have an exercise class it's going to be an online class via Zoom with Mariano Martinez. And that's going to be April 9th, 11 a.m. The class, I'm going to be putting up the link. I should have the link up for you this week. Okay, you should start seeing it on social. So it'll be in the link in the bio, and it will also be posted to Facebook. Okay, you should start to see that so that you can go ahead and get signed up. It's going to be exciting. Some of you may have been on the stream with Mariano when he was talking to us about being a pescatarian, and he spoke with us as well about his work as a choreographer. Okay, so we're going to take that and we're going to put that together with what we do over here at Adley Physiotherapy. We're collaborating to bring to you this eclectic dance style. Okay, so he's doing dance fusion style dance class to help everyone have some fun while dropping pounds, okay, burning off some of those calories. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, make sure that you check us out. If you do not already do so, please do like, share, follow, subscribe. For those of you that may be watching us on YouTube, make sure that you stay connected with us here at Adley Physiotherapy. If you're familiar with me, you know that I keep something going on and you don't want to miss a thing. Like this is a roller coaster ride, y'all, and I'm riding it till the wheels fall off. Okay, now another brief announcement. I do have room for just one more beta client in my one-on-one health coaching program before I launch the full program, the official launch. Okay. All right. So one more spot. So for anybody that wants to experience the one-on-one health coaching service by yours truly before I officially launch this program. So this is the last opportunity to get in for beta pricing. I have just one more spot available. And if you think it might be for you, but you're just not really sure what it maybe fully entails, then and you want to learn more, go ahead and send me a DM or an IM for a link to my calendar to go ahead and set up a wellness makeover assessment. Okay. And we'll sit and we'll chat about what your needs are, what it is that I can offer to you. The call is no cost, no obligation. At the very least, you will walk away with some strategies to help you with your wellness journey. Okay. So I do believe that that is all that I have for you this evening. If there are any questions, please do feel free to post them in the comments at this time. If y'all want to tell me what do y'all think about William and Kate arriving today, y'all could drop that in there too if y'all want to have a quick little chat about it. Okay, what y'all think? about this visit. All right. So I'm just giving you all a moment there to see if you have any questions about the presentation this evening, which was about meal prepping and planning. So how to beat meal boredom. We know we can all get a little bit bored sometimes eating the same thing over and over. I do have a few people that say that they like to eat the same thing over and over. But I do think it's good to mix things up every now and again. Okay, they say variety is the spice of life. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anything else that is going on? Also, concierge physiotherapy service is available. So, for anybody that needs physiotherapy service, but they are not able to easily get out of their home to come to the physiotherapy clinic, we do have the opportunity available where you can have a therapist come out to you and meet your needs in the comfort and safety of your own home. Feel free to go ahead and DM or IM me about that service if you or a loved one needs that also. Hi, Squeaky Clean 123. Thanks for popping in. We are just getting ready to wrap up our broadcast. So I do hope that you all enjoyed this broadcast and found it informative this evening. As always, if you have any other topics that you would like for me to discuss, please do go ahead and either drop it in the comments or you can send me a DM or I am working on lining up more special guests for you all. So if there are even topics that are health related that perhaps are not my forte, I'm happy to bring on some guests for you to further discuss and shed light on these different topics. Okay, because we are, of course, a community for the busy millennial woman that still needs to take care of her health and herself. Okay, so that we can be around for our families. We don't want lifestyle diseases to take us away before our time. We want to be able to do things like enjoy vacations and trips and cruises and be able to move and do and have our being. We want to be able to move around. We want to be able to enjoy vacation. We don't want to be confined to wheelchairs or walking with canes and walkers before our time. And actually, if we never have to do that and we can just go out strong, go in our strength, and with our independence, that's fabulous. We want to stay fabulous into our 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. All right, since I don't see any further questions or comments coming in, I am getting ready to sign off then. This is Dr. Felicia here. I hope to see you next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to bring a friend for another topic to help you on your health and wellness journey. Dr. Felicia here, making the world healthier, one woman at a time. Have a good evening, y'all.